Kia ora tātou, no mai, hoki mai ki tōku reo. Now, you guys should all know me by now, but for you newbies, I'm Raimona.
And I'm TŌKU. Welcome back to another great episode of TŌKU REO. We've come to the end of the first quarter of our journey learning Te Reo Māori, but I hope it's been a fun ride so far.
Yes, and remember, most important, we'll have our big test in 2 episode time, where we'll go back over everything we've covered today. Cannot wait.
Ka pai e hoa, well, we better get into it.
That's right, sis. Anyway, today we're sticking with our look at no hea koe, but we're going to introduce a kupu hou, ia.
First up, though, it's grammar.
Katipu, kaora, hei!
So far, we've learned how to ask, where are you from? Like this. No hea koe, where are you from? When asking where he or she is from, the structure stays exactly the same, just that we change koe to today's new friend, ia. That way our question ends up looking like this. No hea ia. Where's he or she from? Simple, eh? Piece of cake. Nothing too complicated. One thing you might have noticed is that ia is used for both tāne and wahine, male and female. That's right, no room for being sexist here. So throughout the show, you'll see examples that will use both he and she, but don't get confused. Both are correct when using ia. Let's take one more look at that example. No hea ia. Where is she from? Do you remember the response to the question, no hea koe? The answer is no taupo ahau. I'm from Taupo. If we follow the same structure, ahau is again replaced with ia. For example, no taupo ia. She's from Taupo. Kei te pai? Pretty straightforward, you reckon? Let's take a look at some more examples using other place names. No hea ia. Where's he from? No kirikiri roa ia. He's from Hamilton. No hea ia. No tāmaki makaurau ia. No hea ia. No tauranga ia. No hea ia. No te whanganui ātara ia. No hea ia. No aorangi ia.
Amine.
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 Hey Raimona, you know you said your dad's from Whakatohea?
Yeah.
No hea ia.
No Opotiki ia, but he grew up down the coast.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. Your dad's from down those ways, eh, Māori?
Aye.
What about your mum? No hea ia.
No kirikiri ia.
Katipu, kaora, hei!
Just to keep things clear, you can also use iwi or tribal affiliation with this structure. So let's take a look at some more examples using ia with the iwi that we introduced on Monday. No tainui ia. No Ngāti Porou ia. No tūhoi ia. No te arawa ia. No maniapoto ia. Now let's check out another scene at the dinner table.
So if your mum's from Kirikiri, that makes you Ngāpuhi as well, eh?
Aye. More specifically, no Ngāti Rehia.
Che, so you're from Ngāti Rehia, eh? I got a mate that lives in Kawakawa.
Oh, true. Is she from there?
Aye. No Ngāti Hine ia.
Katipu, kaora, hei!
Before we get into the dialect part of the show, let's check out all of our examples and remember, ia is used wherever he or she is used in English. Nō hea ia, where's he from? Nō kirikiri roa ia, he's from Hamilton. Nō hea ia. Nō tāmaki makaurau ia. Nō hea ia, where's she from? Nō Tauranga ia, she is from Tauranga. Nō hea ia, where is he from? Nō te whanganui ātara ia, he is from Wellington. Nō hea ia, where is he from? Nō Aorangi ia, he is from Fielding. How about our examples using some of the iwi we've covered so far? Nō Tainui ia. Nō Ngāti Porou ia. Nō Tūhoi ia. Nō Te Arawa ia. Nō Maniapoto ia. Okay, after the break, Raukura is back to take us through today's kupu hou. But before we head off for a toilet break, here's our resident expert to take us through some more info on dialects.
There are many words in Ngāti Porou for mother. Koka, whaine, whaia, mama, to name a few. But koka has a special meaning, and it indicates a woman who brought up the child at the breast or at the bosom. The other words mean aunt, or there's a bit of distance with the other words. They're all mothers, but the koka is the one that indicates the closeness of the relationship.
Katipu kaora hi. Katipu kaora hi.
To reinforce what you're learning on TŌKU Reo at home, visit our website at www.tōkureo.māori.nz. On the homepage, you'll find a link to episodes. Find the episode you'd like to swat up on and click it. Here you'll find a summary of what's in that episode, as well as a list of interactive exercises down the right-hand side. Here's an example. Back at the homepage, you'll also find links to the other Te Whanake resources, more exercises, a forum for TŌKU Reo viewers, and a free online Māori dictionary. Have fun, kia ū!
Katipu kaora hi.
No mai hoki mai. Well, guys, we've come to the vocab part of the show. If you've been with us since the start, you should know by now how we roll. If you're a newbie, then this is where we introduce 10 new words or kupu hou to extend our knowledge of Māori. This week is special because we've been adding Māori place names in our vocab. Let's check out our words. First up is our first 5 words. You'll hear the pronunciation of the word, then it will pop up on our screen to see how it's spelt. Pireti, plate. Pireti. Kapu, cup. Kapu. Pauka, fork. Pauka. Naihi, knife. Naihi. Tepu, table. Tepu. Now you know some kupu hou to use at the dinner table. Let's take another look at these words, this time with our images to help you guys at home retaining today's new words. Pireti, plate. Pireti. Kapu, cup, kapu. Pauka, fork, pauka. Naihi, knife, naihi. Tepu, table, tepu.
Kotsipu, kaora, hei.
This is it. Our next 5 words will get you practicing your pronunciation of Māori place names. Let's check them out. Manuko. Te kauwhata. Kai taia. Te rapa. Puke kohe. Now we're going to throw up a map of the North Island and an arrow will pop up pointing towards today's place names. Manuko. Te kauwhata. Kai taia. Te rapa. Puke kohe.
Kotsipu, kaora, hei.
Keep practicing your Māori place names at home. Have a go looking up place names in a map book. Before we head on to our next segment, take one last look at today's kupu hou. Pireti, plate, pireti. Kapu, cup, kapu. Pauka, fork, pauka. Naihi, knife, naihi. Tepu, table, tepu. Manuko. Te kauwhata. Kai taia. Te rapa. Puke kohe.
Kotsipu, kaora, hei.
Up next is our Word of the Week segment, Compliments of Te Taurawhiri. This week's theme has had us at the dinner table. So let's see what Te Taurawhiri has brought us today.
You know, one of my favourite kai, or food in the hāngi, is the stuffing. And of course, you can't have a good stuffing without mixed herbs. The little packets are a familiar sight in any marae kitchen. Our kupu hou, or new word for today, is rau amiami, which is mixed herbs. Rau meaning leaf, and amiami meaning sweet-smelling shrub. Rau amiami, mixed herbs.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei! Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
To access the podcast, go to www.tokureo.maori.nz and click on episodes. Choose your episode and move the mouse to the right-hand side of the screen where you'll find a link called Podcasts. Click this link to download TŌKU REO podcast to your iPod, MP3 player, etc. With video, audio and exercises, you can brush up on your te reo Māori skills anywhere, anytime, 24/7. Kia kaha.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
Welcome back. It's that time of the show now where Daimona and I get to put the pressure on.
That's right, sis. It's time we had a challenge.
Choice. Our first challenge will have you at home watch a piece of today's roleplay footage, followed by the question, no hea ia. You are then given a few seconds to answer with the correct response using today's grammar. Here's an example.
Hey, Raimona. You know you said your dad's from Whakatohea?
Yeah.
No hea ia.
No o Pōtiki ia. But, he grew up down the coast.
So are we ready? The answer is in the footage, so listen carefully. Good luck.
Me?
Oh, yeah. Your dad's from down those ways, eh, Māori?
Aye.
What about your mum? No whea ia?
No kirikiri ia. So if your mum's from Kirikiri, that makes you Ngāpuhi as well, eh?
Aye. More specifically, no Ngāti Rehia.
Che, so you're from Ngāti Rehia, eh? I got a mate that lives in Kawakawa.
Oh, true. Is she from there?
Aye. No Ngāti Hine ia.
Whew, how did everyone go?
This next challenge is going to test your skill at pronunciation. So this is where you really want to keep your ears open.
That's right, for this challenge, you will see a Māori place name pop up on the screen. You will then hear 3 different pronunciations. Your job is to pick the right pronunciation.
Here's an example and then we'll get straight into this pronunciation challenge. Manukau. Manuka. Manuko. Manuko. Let's get into it. Puke kehe. Puke kohe. Puku kohe. Puke kohe. Te kauwata, te kauwhata, te kauwhata. Te kauwhata. Ka taia, kai taia, kai toia. Kai taia. That's right, it's time to play Unscramble the Word. This is where we'll show a word from our kupu hau list all scrambled up, and it's up to you to unscramble them before the time runs out. Here's an example. Knife. Naihi. Okay, got it? Then go. Fork. Pauka. A city in South Auckland. Manukau. Plate. Pereti. Famous for its potato fields. Pukekohe. A township in the King Country. TŌKU. Famous for its race course. Te Rapa. A far north township. Kaitaia. Cup. Kapu. Table. Tepu.
Had enough yet? Well, I think we've all had enough for today. Remember, a lot of our challenges can be done at home, so don't wait for the show to start. Challenge each other and practice for the next show.
It's a good tip, Raimona. And speaking of tips, it's that time of the show. Here's our learning tip of the week.
Tēnā koutou. Learning a new language, in this case Te Reo Māori, is improved if new vocabulary and grammatical structures are revised regularly, as noted in an earlier language tip. But also revise the vocabulary and structures that are encountered in a number of different contexts. TŌKU Reo and the Te Whanaki resources help you with these contexts. Don't forget that to help retention, you should also develop and follow a schedule of revision. Watch the show, revise straight after the show, and then a day later, and again a week later. Plan your language revision into your daily and weekly routines. Kia u, kia mau.
Kotipu, kaora, hee!
That's the show for today, guys. Remember, we've got word lists and other exercises on the website, so keep checking that out.
You should all be experts in downloading our web content by now, so I'm not going to bore you with all the details. All I'm going to say is keep at it, and you'll be well on your way to getting your reo on in no time.
Tomorrow we're going to be revisiting all of today's content, so if your friends or even some of the whānau has missed any of today's stuff, tell them they need to be watching our pōpō.
And then the big test the day after.
Same Māori time.
Same Māori channel, so until then...
Kia mau.
Kia u.
Ki tōku reo.